In this video, I'm going to show you how you can connect your chatbot to a payment processor and have your chatbot send a payment link to the user so that they can go on and pay for whatever it is that they want to pay for. Now, there are some really good examples in terms of what you could do with this process. But until now, it hasn't been easy to actually connect your AI agent and your chatbot to a payment process in a secure and simple way. So in this video, I'm going to show you how we connected RelevanceAI, a leading chatbot and agent creation tool, to a make.com workflow with our Shuttle app. So what are some of the use cases that we might want to tackle with this? Well, in the example I'm going to show you, we've got a QuickBooks app where a customer has decided that they want to go beyond the free plan and actually upgrade their app to the paid version, and therefore they get some extra benefits. But you can imagine lots of other use cases where this could actually service and create an efficient process using a chatbot agent. For example, in the hotel world, where someone wants to book a hotel, they need to pay a fee to actually go and book that room, but they're having this conversation with the chatbot. And how does the chatbot actually go and direct them to take a payment immediately? Or going back to my customer service or customer success solution, how does that chatbot go through a customer success process and help someone upgrade their current situation to a paid option? And then finally, if you've got conversational shopping happening with a retailer, how do you help that chatbot convert the sale? Well, you want to have that chatbot go and send the customer a payment link so that they can pay now. So let's just dive into this. Let's take a look at, first of all, what I've created in an end-to-end flow, and then I'll get into the details and show you how I hooked it up.
So let's just talk through what I've got here, and then I'll go into some detail in a moment. I've got an agent that is built in RelevanceAI. You could build your agent in whatever software that you want. That agent is connected to a make.com workflow. You could use Zapier or another iPaaS or workflow engine. Within that workflow, there is a webhook module, an API module. That API module connects to RelevanceAI so that we can send the payment link back to that conversation that the user is having. And then within the workflow, there is also a Shuttle module and a Gmail module. The Shuttle module is connecting the workflow into over 30 different payment providers. I'm just using the Shuttle sandbox for this demonstration, and so that we can actually go and process a payment. And then the Gmail module is just sending out the payment link via email to the user, but the user is also going to get that payment link within the same chat as well, so they can go on and pay it. So this agent is able to answer some questions that the user might have around the upgrade process and what's included in that, and then actually go and send them a payment link within the chat. You'll see that in just a moment. And then the next thing is to talk through how I actually set this up in Relevance, Make, and Shuttle. So here we go. The agent's just delivered the payment link to the user having a chat, and the user's going to go and click on this. Go through to a payment page that has been dynamically created by the agent and the workflow. This process has pulled in the email address that the user has put into the chat, and we could define up more fields and data and content that we want the agent to pass, but I've just kept it really simple for this example. So that's it. That's the end user experience, the chat going off, checking their knowledge base, giving some answers, going to the make.com workflow, spinning up payment link, sending it back to the user going and paying, and then upgrading. Next, let's go and see how I actually built this. So first of all, we're going to take a look at the relevance agent that I've built. These are the core instructions within the agent. Now, you might be using something other than Relevance, so I'm not going to teach you how to use your agent management creation software, but this is how it works in Relevance. So I have got a prompt. That prompt tells the agent what to do and what tools to use. So within Relevance, there are some out-of-the-box tools. So I have a knowledge base with some answers, and the agent can go and retrieve answers from that knowledge base. It can then run a tool that I've made, which triggers my make.com workflow with my payment process in it. So it goes and triggers that process, and then within that workflow, it just gets back the payment link once it's been created. So that's it. That's my prompt. So next, I've got my custom tool within RelevanceAI. I had to create a custom tool to actually call the make.com workflow and also send the right parameters from the chat to the make.com workflow. So I'm sending conversation ID so that the payment link can end up back in the same chat. And then I'm sending the email so that actually when the payment link is created, we can already pass in the email address of the user. And then I'm passing those parameters in the API section of this toolset. Now I want to show you what we've set up in make.com. So this is our workflow. We've got a webhook module. So this listens out for relevance, sending some data, a trigger to make.com. Then we've got our Shuttle payment links module. So this is the engine that creates the payment links when you've got a Shuttle payment link account. Next, we've got some tools. This is just telling the workflow to sleep for 10 seconds, just so that the creation of the payment link and the sending it back to the agent doesn't overlap. Then we've got a Gmail module. So this is going to take that payment link and send it back to the user via email. And then we've got a API HTTP request module, which is going to integrate with Relevance's API and the agent. So we're just going to map in the conversation ID, grab the payment link, and send it back into the conversation. So super easy, especially if you've worked with workflow engines before. The Shuttle payment links module is going to do the hard work of actually generating the link and receiving and prepping up the data that we send in. All right, so there you have it. That is how we are taking payments with a chatbot and connecting that chatbot to a workflow engine and ultimately payments, so that chatbot can actually send a payment link to the user can pay it and get paid. If you want to see more detail on each specific step on how we set this up, then you go and check out one of our other videos. But that's it for this video.